Alrighty then. I don't have my phone in front of me. Um. Okay, guys. So we're gonna play some Resident Evil. Okay. We have very little left to this game. Now, at this point, we're almost done with it. But a little bit of backstory. Last night was supposed to be our last episode. Unfortunately, that did not work out. Let me explain. What happened was I was playing the game, and we had gotten all the way up to the final fight. What I am confident is the final boss fight. And long story short, I. How do I word this? I didn't save for like 2 hours. And then we were in the final boss fight because I didn't know that there was another fight beyond the lab. And we died. Like, horribly. And so what happened was we lost 2 hours of progress. Now, mind you, that 2 hours of progress was me trying to figure out where to go, what to do. So this will not be 2 hours of progress. I am fairly confident that I know where to go and what to do as far as getting where we need to go. But there's a couple of prerequisites here. Number one, now that we know what to do, what to prepare for, we can. But this is going to be our final episode of Resident Evil HD Remastered. I know this because we're closer than ever to that final boss fight. We know that in turn we are that close to the end. And after that, we're going to be done with the game. Now, we're not doing a Chris Redfield playthrough because Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield are pretty much identical outside of certain weapons and stuff. So I figure we don't need a Chris Redfield playthrough because it's the same thing twice. What's the point? Maybe difficulty. Maybe with less storage space it's a little more tedious. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of point to doing a second playthrough for Chris Redfield. So what we're going to do after we finish this is we're going to play Resident Evil 2 Remake. But that will be a different stream, different day. I think we've kind of established what the plan is, what we intend to do, how things are going to work. I got plenty of water for the stream. This time I don't have an acid reflux attack, hopefully. Things go well. I have been having mild throat issues, but I'll be okay. So let's play this game. Let's beat it once and for all. What do you guys say? Now, here we are on the map. If you're wondering how I did that, I have the quick resume feature on Xbox, which means we haven't closed this game since we started 8 days ago or something like that. Anyway, that red door on the far left is how we get to Chris. We know that if we open up all the mode discs, we'll go down there, and that's there. So, there's that, right? We also know that we can go from the room we're in, go out the door, go straight south, and that's where the fuel injector is. You gotta go for the fuel room all the way back up to that green room on the upper left-hand corner of the map here. And then they use that, and we have to walk it all the way back down. Now, we also know that there is a... How do I word this? There is a Crimson Head that we have to kill. But if we use the grenade launcher while carrying the explosives, we will basically blow ourselves to smithereens. So we gotta get rid of the Crimson Head first before we try to transport the... Well, actually, no. We gotta kill the Crimson Head in that main square room hallway that goes in a circle. And then we gotta kill all the bugs over there. So basically what we need to do is leave this room, go straight south into the area where the stuff is at. Grab the canister would make sense, right? And kill every bug humanly possible. That way we don't have to deal with that later. I mean, for the most part, that would just turn on the power to an extent and make the elevator that's directly above us in the orange square more doable. That would be a great... We're basically pulling a Leroy Jenkins here. We're going to plan this out, and then we're probably going to F it all up. Whatever. Kill all the bugs down there. Get the canister. Go over there. Kill the crimson head. Make sure it's gone. Then move the stuff all the way down. We could probably talk to Chris before we move the fuel canister all the way back to where it belongs, so it's all powered up. Then we go down to the lab. Once we do the lab, it is imperative that we save. However, maybe what we should do is apply the shotgun round. So we need to see at our ammo supply. Right now, it's a perfect time to look at our ammo, because we're gonna need the grenades for the final boss fight. Especially these fire ones. Fire grenades we have to keep. First things first. Oh, hold on. Let me turn on the volume. I don't want to ruin the... Okay. Maybe we could take the acid rounds. I wonder if the magnum rounds would come in handy during that first, because we have a 2-part boss fight technically. Alright, let's do this. So what we have here is incendiary. It would make sense to replace that with the grenades. Only because the incendiary would probably come in handy in the final boss fight. Like, go down to the lab, fight the big monster, right? Don't use the grenades. Oh, maybe the grenades on that one. But do not use the incendiary to the second stage, so more outside. I don't know how I forgot that was the second stage. What we should probably do here is combine this with this. I feel like we should save the magnum and the incendiary rounds and keep these two weapons for when we leave. So when we leave, only take these two, well, this and this, but only have these rounds in this. That would make sense. Might make that boss fight a little more doable. The hell do I know? Alright, we got... We're never going to need the V-Jolt. That's a waste of my time. The herbs. We're going to need health stuff when we leave, too. So I have 2 weapons. And preferably... like 3 sprays. A blue herb. Do we have any green herbs? That makes sense. How do I get it from 5 to 6? 6 to 5. Okay. Combine it with that. Right now, this guy will be prepped because I, at this point, really don't want to screw it up. Because apparently, we got the acid shells. Leave the grenade launcher for now. Put the ammo there. Put you here. Actually, we gotta clear all the bugs. Clear out that guy. Move the canister. And before we ever go to the lab, that we can go back and grab that, right? That would make sense to me. I also don't remember where the second mode is. I know there's one way down south in the other room. I feel like we should take one of these just in case. Don't need the cranks ever again. Solid defense gun is a waste. Acid shells. We'll take the acid shells when we leave too, just in case, just so we have it. Alright. Do I want to save? Now I did all this planning. Shotgun. We got 13 rounds, 2 modiscs, and a spray. We should be fine. Pick up some shit. Is that you, Winner? That's my phone. Winner, do you think I should get my phone? Yeah? Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Today's just been interesting. Shaken or jarred. Alright, let's see. Nothing else to grab in here. Let's go to the next area. Really gotta be careful with this ammo. Hey, D-Chow, what's up, bro? We got what, 9 rounds? We got 9 rounds left. Six rounds. Four rounds. Three rounds. Bring low on ammo here. Put the Mo disc in. Hey, Sparrow, how you doing? What are those ugly tick people? Monsters from Resident Evil. So we got one more thing to enter, and I have no idea where it's at. Three rounds. There's something for us to pick up. There it is. How you doing, Sparrow? Trying to clear out all these areas while we do this too. Okay, we got 3 rounds. Make them count. Down to 1 round. We are completely out of ammo. Yeah, it looks to be all the bugs. Looks to be. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. We should probably get the ass around and take out the, Like, I'm over here thinking, should we save the acid round for Tyrant? What's more powerful? We're also going to become hardcore savers at this point, because saving excessively would make sense at this point. Keep the acid rounds. The last Modex is in that lab, isn't it? So we got the lab. Go talk to Chris. Then do this. Then go down the elevator. That makes sense. Use these for the Tyrant in the lab. Or maybe we'll use this. We'll just mow through all of our handgun ammo. Take at least 2 of these when we go to the lab, and then 2 of these when we go to the roof. We got a plan. We have a plan. So now we know we slipped through here. Shotgun shells in that room. What we're going is in here. Yeah. Already got the shotgun shells. Things in here somewhere. Yeah. There we go. Found everything in here. Two health kits. We're good. Now we know it's down here, we can relax a little bit, right? I thought this was the way to the lab. And I thought that the other elevator was the way out. But it's been so long that I didn't know that.
Jill?
Chris! You're alive!
Of course I'm alive. Jill, there's something big going down, and I don't think we're part of the equation.
I have to get you out of here. Ugh, it won't open. Wait, I'll be back to get you out.
Okay. No sightseeing, though.
What kind of a quote is that? No, I just figured I'd, like, stop and take in the sights and just leave you here. Because I wanted to see the Eiffel Tower in not Paris. Okay, now we gotta fill up the bomb and walk the bomb back to the other room. Now comes the part that sucks. Absolute whale donkey. Sounds safe. We've already searched this room. Alright, let's go. We probably shouldn't use the grenade launcher. We should probably just stick with a handgun. Appears to be nitrogen compound. Running could result in a fatal explosion. Well, now that we've killed all the enemies, we shouldn't have to run. We really should save before we go any further. Oh, fuck you. I forgot it's... Oops. I keep thinking it's back where the button's at. Yeah, 2 rooms back. Son of a elephant. Oh, shh! Don't run. Don't run. Jill. Don't run. Don't run. Don't run! What are you doing? It's almost like I want to scream Allahu Akbar at full speed. Just imagine. Allahu Akbar! Boom! 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 Como se dice? Can you say boom? Boom! Anyway. Yeah. Run! We can run around. Finally. Adorable little belch. Can you say Start it up. Now we're going to save. We're going to do this every time we finish the sequence. I'm not doing what I did yesterday. Yesterday was terrible. Yesterday we didn't save enough. Now we're going to save too much. Probably got our ammo ready. I feel like we should only take... All right. I think the revolver might be enough, to be honest. The revolver might be enough, and the final phase could be the final phase could be, what, 17 shells of explosives? I think we're going overboard here a little bit. I don't know. That's the effed up part. I don't know if 17 explosives is going to be enough. Like, it's a tyrant. These things are the top enemies of the game. Maybe 17 shells is nowhere near what we need. Can you imagine? Imagine you needed like 100 shells to beat the tyrant. There's no way. Like, we should be fine. Okay, what do we have? We have pistol ammo. That's not the button I wanted to push. We have 2 health things, so we should be okay. We got plenty of these too. We got this. Hold on. What the hell am I doing? I gotta drop off this godforsaken this. So we have 7 Magnum rounds and 100 and 122 pistol rounds. And then when we go to the second fight, we'll have 6 incendiary shells, which we're going to use those first. And then 11 grenade rounds, and then potentially whatever we have left over. Oh yeah, we're going to win this. We're going to win this. How long have we been live for? 30 minutes? We may have to milk this a little bit. Guys, we have to milk this a little bit. Go to at least an hour.
Jill,
Barry,
you could have at least waited up for me, you know?
let's go.
After he pulled a gun on her earlier, too. 32. That's what I figured. Like I said, you could have waited up for me. The last time we saw Barry, he tried to pull a gun on her. Now they're just buddies again. The story is not consistent at all. I mean, I guess we'll have shotgun shells for the final battle, too. Whatever. We have shotgun shells for final battle. We'll be loaded on ammo. Grenade launchers might be enough.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and 2 lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Well, you
Wow.
shouldn't worry too much, dear. You'll be free of all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl. But I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry.
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
You and Umbrella took his family. You bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell.
I should run the shotgun.
It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
Oh. I like how it is like the cross.
Barry.
Like he spreads his legs and opens fire.
Forgive
Point blank.
me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Barry's
Even if it
completely
meant my
blank.
family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit!
That single moment of him not aiming for the head created so many problems for us on this playthrough ever since. Always start with a claw.
Damn it!
Jill and Barry together. In hell.
You want a piece of me?
Last thing we need to look at is his ass cheeks.
Premature.
Why do you walk towards it? Shoot the
No,
thing.
Barry! You viral cultured freak!
Shit, why did I stand there and take it like a champ? Alright, we should probably start with the Magnum rounds because I feel like that would do the most damage here. That's not doing shit. Oh no! We gotta go past him because I missed my mark. Something tells me the grenades are definitely gonna be enough.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Sorry. That was careless of me.
Super careless.
Wesker.
He's gone.
First, let's just get out of here.
Alright. Do we have anything we can pick up? Actually, what we should probably go do is open up the gates. How many rounds do we have? Combine with those. We're gonna be okay.
Wesker must have set it off. Let's hurry.
We're gonna save now. Unlike last time. So...
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Incinerate shells.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
Assault
All
shotgun.
personnel must evacuate immediately.
Grenade launcher.
Deactivating and releasing all
First
locks.
aid spray.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing
loaded.
All
We are loaded with ammunition.
activating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
Don't even waste your ammo at this point, right?
Releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated.
Imagine we didn't go to get Chris.
Personnel must evacuate.
Like, what would have happened?
Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated.
Jill,
All personnel
Sorry about the wait.
evacuate immediately.
so everything's taken care of?
Deactivating.
Well, almost. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Come on, let's go.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
We need an open slot for the.
Destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all.
So we're gonna leave the pistol ammo. That should be fine.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
That's not. That seems to be like a pea shooter to that guy anyway.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Get the out of H.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Maybe we should have saved right there.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
Come on, come on, hurry!
Must evacuate immediately. Deactivate
Made this significantly harder for myself.
all locks.
So whatever. We'll be fine. We got grenade launchers. We'll be fine.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
Do I want any of this?
All locks. The
No.
self-destruct system has been activated.
This is Brad. I'm running out of fuel. If there's anyone alive, contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Yeah.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. 3 minutes to detonation.
Damn it! We're almost there! Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill, ladies first.
Chris!
You wouldn't say
Would you
this
let
is
me
the
have my
other way
moments
around.
too?
All right. We'll rendezvous at the heliport.
They wouldn't say this if I was playing as Chris Redfield. They'd have some explanation why the women should stay back and hold back the forces. Which is kind of messed up if you ask me. 3 minutes until nuclear detonation. Sweetness. Yep, let's take it. Let's go 8 feet over this way. And then we'll use it right here. Alright guys, final boss battle. Hope we don't F it up this time. Huh?
Jill!
You made it.
I like how he just lays there. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right. Combined with these. Hopefully these are enough. Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm gonna poop my pants. Okay. I don't know if we brought enough here, guys. Why? 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 Don't you do it?
Jill, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Do you think I have? Get that Michael Bay triple angle shit. Did that actually kill it? Is it actually dead? Oh wait, hold on. I'm a member of Stars. Finish the game using Chris, Barry, and using Jill. Okay. Alright, we're done with this shit. We're never doing this ever again. This game is done. Ooh, the way he jumped was kind of ridiculous. Probably not the old. That was old. Probably old. Not the old PlayStation at its best. Kill it, whatever. Tosses banana. Oh snap! Independence Day vibes. Anyway. Okay. Do you want me to do a mild mini review of the game? Definitely fun. Liked it a lot. Do highly recommend. What sucked probably the most was losing all that progress last episode. What sucked even more is we had to face the chain lady Some of these boss fights were a bit ridiculous. Like the plant, for example. Let me just give it some weed killer. Like, of course that's how you solve for your plant weed problems. But, like, who knew, right? The shark thing, the first time I played this game with the sharks, just turns around and chomps me because I didn't know what to do. That was absolutely the worst. And then, the crickets. I don't know what to do with the cricket people. I don't really think they were that bad of a problem. Kind of, you know what I mean? Overall, there was plenty of scare factor. I wouldn't classify it as a horror game. I think overall it felt kind of like action horror at best. That's why I can play this, but I can't play like Outlast or Alien Isolation, right? The big difference is this game has more adventure, investigating, puzzle solving. Definitely what I like about it, too. That's why I like the rest of the Resident Evils that I played, too, is because they've always been... It's fun, you know? Some of it is tedious. There is some serious backtracking at times, but if you plan accordingly, then you don't have that problem. So it's not really an L for the game. I do think that overall I would give this game an 8 out of 10. Just because it's not my favorite game. It's not my... I mean, that's based off my experience, right? From my personal preference. I'd say it's an 8 out of 10, which is still really good if you think about it.
Jill, you did a fine job.
And we did a fine job. Look at that. We're in this together. Finished the game with Jill and Chris. Told you I did Chris played at one point. We used 319 rounds of ammo. We dispatched 133 monsters, 31 ink ribbons, 21 health fuse, which I don't remember being that high, but okay. Most of it was just wasting health anyway because I didn't feel like backtracking. Backtracking in this game is one of the more tedious things, I would say. But like I said, if you plan accordingly, you won't have that problem. I'm terrible with planning accordingly because remember, I don't like having a plan. Chaos is fun. Overall, this game is an 8 out of 10 for me. It's not my favorite Resident Evil in the series. That probably would that luxury would probably go to either Resident Evil 3 Remake, of the ones I played, right, or Resident Evil Village. Village was actually really good. I liked Village a lot. Village was also first person, so it felt like you're kind of like in a first person shooter the whole time, some Call of Duty kind of stuff, right? This game was one that I highly recommend. If you haven't played it, you should. And this will not be our last venture into Resident Evil 1. As you all know, I am planning to do the Resident Evil Director's Cut of the PS1 port to PS5 when the other games come to that console. That way I can just waste 1 month PS Plus instead of potentially several. Just saying, makes it easier. So, this is it. We are done. We are never coming back. We got a closet key. Jill's a new costume. What? Hold on, I want to see this. Loading content. I don't want to load content. I don't. Go back. Movies. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I don't have a whole lot else to say. Definitely a fun game. Definitely one I don't want to do again because it's tedious. It's an 8 out of 10. But this is a game that I wouldn't want to do twice. Mostly because of the chain lady. She creeps me out. It's a vibe problem there. I think the one thing that if I had to give anybody any advice on this game, save often. Because if you don't save, well, don't save too much because then you'll run out of ink ribbons and then you can't save at all. But if you're going to save whenever you accomplish something like a tedious task or something. Then 2 hours of gameplay lost. Jeez. So anyway, as you all may know, our next Resident Evil playthrough will be Resident Evil 2 Remake. We're just going to go through the series based on what I have available to myself. I should probably go install that in a minute. That will not be tonight because that's going to be an installation. It's going to take it out, I don't know, a couple hours. And I figure at this point, if we do anything else tonight, it probably won't be that. Makes it easier for me, right? But next game we're doing is Resident Evil 2 Remake. I'll look up how different the playthroughs are and determine if we'll do both. If they're identical in every way, just like this game is, then we'll just do Leon. Leon. Is it Leon or is it Leon? Can never really tell. B.O. The boss battles in Resident Evil 2 Remake are amazing. I've actually played Resident Evil 2 Remake in the past as Leon. Leon? Whatever. I played Resident Evil 2 Remake. I actually do like it a lot, so it should be a very fun experience. I will note that Mr. X scares the crap out of me, but if there was ever one instance where a rap song was necessary in Resident Evil, it's X Gon' Give It To You by DMX. He's dead, but the song is still around. Anyway, Mr. X Gon' Give It To You. So we're going to play Resident Evil 2 Remake next. That'll probably be tomorrow, most likely, in the evening / after dark, like it has been. And that's typically how we're going to do this, just because that's how I like doing it. I might not do engagement streams in the daytime, or talking streams, what we're going to call them. I might start playing a different game in the mornings. That way we have the good shit at night. I don't know yet. Kind of just thinking what my options are. And I guess I've covered everything. Both playthrough Lee and Claire are different, way different cutscenes and stories. Okay, then we'll be doing both then. We'll most likely start with Leon, because I'm familiar with that one. And then we'll go into the land unknown with Claire. That would be a way we're going to do that. If they are different, like vastly different, then yeah, then we're going to do that. This game, they're identical. Because I played Chris, I'm playing Jill, like this is the same exact thing. So we don't need to do 2 for this one. But for that one, we'll do 2. Let's see. Because, you know, different characters, etc. LOL, should, shook, shoik. That filthy water in its swarm and you had to drain. Oh yeah, it was. Shark scenes sucked in this game. My least favorite puzzle in this game had to have been the shark one. Because the first 11 times I did it, I died miserably. So if you don't drain the water in the shark tank when you're in that one room, they keep hitting the glass, it crashes in and the shark eats you. It's absolutely terrible. It's like the worst. I'm actually surprised that I didn't understand. Like, the game gives you almost every puzzle code right in front of your face, which is nice. If you're paying attention, you'll know what you're doing. But there are so many instances I'm like, I don't know what's that passcode. I had to look it up several times. Like, I had to look up passcodes despite them being right in front of me. And then I look them up like, oh wait, I'm a dumbass. Like, it was funny. So yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna do Resident Evil 2 next. That will be tomorrow evening. And I don't know how long of a game that's gonna be, because the remakes typically are short games. Like, you could beat it in 3 or 4 hours if you really wanted to. So, you know. But tomorrow we'll do Resident Evil 2 Remake. We'll have a good time. Everybody's invited. That means we're closing out this video. I'm just stalling for time, I guess. I don't even know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we will never play this game ever again, because now that we're done with it, I don't see a point. Generally, the plan for Resident Evil is going to be we have to do Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. For Resident Evil 4, we're doing 2 playthroughs of it. One for the old version and one for the remake. So Resident Evil 4 will have 2 playthroughs. Resident Evil 5 and 6. Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil Village. I did not know about Code Veronica yet. Every time I look up Code Veronica, it is the longest playthrough ever. And I'm not against that. I just hear that it's clunky and tedious on the PS2, which is how we're playing it, right? Well, technically it's Xbox backwards compatibility, but still. The only thing I'm not sure that if we're going to do it, okay? And everyone just note that right now it's being discussed. It's not confirmed, okay? So don't go crazy. Don't get too excited. I have to figure out how I want to spend money on this, because that's the only way this next part would work. I'm debating, as a finalization to the series, because really I don't have anything beyond Code Veronica. I could do 0, Revelations 1 and 2, and I might do those. I probably will. I don't. Depends on what I have at my disposal. They're all cheap, so why not? I'm not going to do Operation Raccoon City. That one was being discussed as possible, but it's a multiplayer thing, and I don't No. When you do it single player, it's much worse not doing Operation Raccoon City. But makes this idea make more possible. I might spend $20 or $30 to buy a Resident Evil Village on PlayStation because we've been playing on Xbox, right? I might buy it for PlayStation and do it in PSVR 2. I might. Right now, it's being discussed. I'm debating it. I'm not sure if I want to, only because I have no idea what a horror game in VR would be like play-wise. I imagine that might be extremely chaotic. Also, I will not be able to see chats at all in VR. We've been having that problem. So if that happens, if we do it, consider it a luxury. Because again, one of those things we probably won't ever do again after that, because I've been avoiding most PSVR horror games because they are really a pain. Mostly because I'm over here screaming like, ah! And then before you know it, you guys probably are having comments like, he can't see our comments and he's having a mental breakdown in a horror game in VR. That might be a lot of problems. I don't know. If the N word flies out of my mouth during a scene in that while we're playing VR, there's nothing I can do. So right now it's being debated, okay? Like for a lot of reasons, but maybe, okay? So let's see. Sparrow says, thanks for the stream, John. No problem. Glad to deliver. See you next time. Let's see. 0707. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm going to call it here. I'll see you all tomorrow. And if you're watching this tomorrow evening, I'll see you on Resident Evil 2. Peace out, guys. Adios. You all happy, winner?